G'day viewers, well, it's teardown time on this bloody printer. Instead of it going to Africa or China as e-waste and being stripped by inexperienced little kids exposed to all these chemicals, let's tear this thing down here right now. That'll be expired anyway. They're going to get microwaved as per request. I'll try and pop these chips, but all that's going to happen is this little silicon chip here is just going to go bang. That's it. So let's tear this printer down. Lots of goodies to be acquired in these, especially the cold cathode lamp in that scanning unit. The screening, as I've mentioned before, is mostly bloody plastic. Alright, let's get this on the table and start dismantling. This is the top off. Here's the front control panel. Display module. Got some traces going in there, directly to the LCD screen. Half the signal is going through here. So the main board's in here somewhere that actually provides a signal to this LCD screen. All lead-free stuff. Surface mount disposable technology. Third month of 2008. We only got bloody 4 years out of it. Bloody ink was a bastard with these things. So anything that lets these printers down is a bloody ink. Everything just clips together. Just clip and unscrew, that's all it is these days. Nice decent bit of glass. Shall I keep that? Cold cathode, I think it's a... hang on, might not be either. Little motor with a digital positioning thing there. Optical sensor, a nice quality little circuit board. I think it's a cold cathode fluorescent light, doesn't look like it. Looks like a light guide, and it's got some other bloody LED or something instead. Must be driven by this board in here. Made in China, obviously. Oh, it's not even a cold cathode lamp, it's all mercury free. Ferrite ring for noise suppression. Interesting, optical sensor. What if I can find a way to drive that? I can position the motor and control the speed precisely using this little disc with the lines in it. There's an optical sensor and a photo transistor and an LED. And it counts the lines and you can adjust the speed carefully. 3rd week of 2007, 5th week of 2008. Date codes on things. If I can find a way to drive this thing, it'd be nice. Have a nice little variable speed motor. I'll continue this later. That's pretty light now, so I've got some good hinges in there. Nice big spring-loaded hinges. Another ferrite ring for noise suppression for the LCD screen. I got to the more industrialised part of it now. There's the ink pump. It pumps the ink. Ink tank. Little speaker there. 16 ohms, 0.2 watt. Velo. Or VECD or something. Might test that. Play some tunes to it. This thing was not only a printer but a fax machine, wireless printer, wireless fax, wireless scanner, everything. A lot. There's a wireless Wi-Fi module in there. There's a card reader. Unfortunately it's all part of this one big board, not one standalone module, damn it. But this Wi-Fi module here seems to be a separate bit. It's a separate board there. I can just plug it into something else. It's got a Broadcom chip on it, MACID and everything on it. Little backup battery in there, which that's saves all your BIOS of the printer and everything. It's pretty much a motherboard. This runs everything on the printer. Oops, I bent that. That runs your everything. It runs all your bloody it also prints software built into it. Print photos on this without a PC, so it's got all these little programs and stuff on it. EEPROM based. Won't be needing those things dangling around. Let's pull these bolts out, get this board off. Got some cheap electrolytics, some TPO capacitors, a Panasonic one. That's about it. The rest are all TPOs. Backup battery, Panasonic, made in Indonesia, not Japan anymore. That's all soldered on. I wonder if I can keep that. Why if I work with an Arduino? Interesting. And this little funny thing here is your antenna. Antenna 1, antenna 2. Quartz crystal for your clock, the brains of the printer. ARM ST chip, HP BGA chip, Hynix, all these sorts of goodies. Bloody technology, so bloody disposable, unreal. And then that goes in there somewhere. I might get this ink tank off. I think that provides feedback. It tells a printer when this bloody tank gets full. Interesting. Seems like it's a consumable part. You can pull it out and replace it. Interesting. Alright, I'll continue this load of yours. The teardown continues. Lots of motors and things in here. Such an over heavily built printer, and yet they make it so crap with the ink. So they've actually it's actually coming to the point now. You buy ink and you get a free printer. So the printer's pretty much as disposable as a roll of toilet paper nowadays. So undo all the industrial bits. There's some paper inked up in there. Take all this industrial steel parts off. Try and strip this bit here down. Interesting what this device is though. That cord goes behind there somewhere. And there's the pipes for the ink. Pull the cartridges out, might make it easier to pull apart. There's still some in there. Empty. Some in there. Empty. Still some in there. A little bit in there. Some screws in there got to undo. There's more brains in there. Tells you what ink's what. Must be part of the ink level circuit as well as there being a chip in here. Also parts in here which tell the printhead what to do and controls all the nozzles. Pump went through there, went through there. There's that sponge that wastes all that ink in. That's where all our ink goes in that bloody sponge. So that's all your money is in there. And in this tank. That little pump's quite interesting. So come out, it goes in there, and for some reason it's got this bloody tank here. With a reservoir, the ink goes in there for some reason. Sponges in there. And gets ejected out of those, into those little ports there and out the head. So when it does a printer preparation occurring, it must have a separate reservoir of sponges in here. And it just cleans its heads and spits them out in here every time you turn the printer on. And that's all your bloody ink went in here. So very wasteful of ink, this bloody thing. It wouldn't print on coloured paper either, so only prints on white A4 paper. Every other printer I've had prints on multi or coloured paper. This only wants white paper only. There's also a little laser in here, you'll see a red light as this thing printed. Oh, let's further break this thing down. Yeah, things are starting to get a little bit multicoloured. I pulled this little optical bar out, the sliding bar. Heavy duty stuff. Ed, Aussie 50 keeps these. Nice bit of steel. Heavy duty stuff. That slid along in there. Now to get that clip out, shift it and pull it off and get this bar out in order to get this to move. The tensioner and then the fan belt, serpentine belt which is locked up in here. And that's basically what moved the print head. And the actual ink comes out of here. There's these little some sort of bloody tiny bit of glass, but with tiny little circuit membranes etched into it, little traces. The ink comes out of that and draws it on the paper. There's where the ink goes in there. Look at that, all that ink I've wasted. So all your bloody money goes in that bloody sponge. And this went somewhere through here, through a bunch of sensors. I don't know where the bloody sensor was, but it's in there. There you go. Little sensors in there. And they went on here. If you look carefully, there's fine lines, and that tells the printer the exact position of this carriage assembly. And it appears HP have a sense of humour. So when it gets home, it's happy. Interesting smiley faces on there. The camera ever bloody focuses. There you go. Interesting. I wonder how they had a QR code in there. There's a circuit board in there which goes in here somewhere and drives this dispenser, the actual nozzle itself. Alright, undo that bolt. We can see what's under there. And there's our ink sponge, look at that. There's all our money's gone. And a sponge under there, more under there. Bits of chopped up paper under there by the looks of it. Now to get that out. Better undo that, and that's a belt tensioner for the carriage drive. Some brains here, this motor drives this assembly out. That drives these ink cartridges here. Got the drives there and there, and that drove this whole assembly out. Can't get it to go back, this whole thing is slid across. Slid across from there to here, so it's got plenty of bloody reservoir to drain all that ink away. Another little encoder there, so a little LED and a photo transistor receives the signal to light through this sets of gaps. So it's precise, it tells the microcontroller exactly where the motor position should stop. So all your digital stuff. More wasted ink in there. There's all the bloody money went in here. Instead of on the paper where it should have been. There you go, little drive on there. And there's something stopping it, there's like a little catch mechanism in there that stops it. That's it, there's an ink sponge in there, look at that. All the ink in there. That one there isn't even being used. And there's some printers have a little chip in there. When that sponge gets full to a certain amount, it will stop and lock the printer up altogether, making it not print. So another bloody designed obsolescence bloody thing they put on these. So you have to buy a new printer instead of just buying ink for it all the time. Now to get this apart, more bolts there to undo. The base plate completely stripped. And some sheet up paper. Little thing there for the door. Some sensor in there. None of those little photo transistors. Motor in there. Nice little array of gears in there. Cool, works one way. The little clutch digs in, it turns the other one. And that's your paper pickup that rolls it in. That's an actual picks of paper that rolls it. There's a paper runs there, the spring pushes down. That's it. That's what pulls your paper in. Interesting. Interesting. It also drives that, which feeds the paper through up here, in there, and there's the underside of where the actual printhead runs. More paper in there, more sponges. Yeah, all that just absorbs all the ink. Yeah, well, that's all torn down. Let's see if this main board powers up as it is. Probably won't, because it's got to have all this shit connected to it to complete a circuit so it turns on. We'll see what it does. This board's not powering up. There's noise from the speaker. Just can't get it to turn on. Too much things missing off it. Got to reconnect. Yeah, I've disconnected too many things off it. It did momentarily power up though. There you go. Power off the speaker. Yep. The lights on. No. Damn it. Not even going to fire me up error codes. Too much things disconnected. It's gone under safety mode. It's too smart for its own good, this thing. Alright viewers, that'll be enough for now. Unplug safety first. Thanks for watching.